Big Money Bound TV, RRT Posse YouTube. If you're new to the channel, please like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. I release scheduled videos every Monday, 12 o'clock a.m. Eastern Time, but I also release some unscheduled videos throughout the week. Now, if you're returning, hey, welcome back. I appreciate all of the support. Thank you. What we represent, man?
Big Money Bound.
Say, let her know, man.
Big Money Bound.
The kids, man. We got the kids, man. Last night, I was covering the unit, taking care of 8 and 9 vents, continuous BiPAPs. Tonight was my last night was my 4th or 5th night in a row, man. I don't work so many days in a row that I don't know how many I work, bro. I'm tired. Tonight is my last night of working. Then I'm finally off for like 2 days. I got the weekend off for 2 days, man. Normally I don't take 2 days off. That ain't how I just take a break, get back to the cake. Take a break, get back to the cake. But right now, dog, like, I've been going so hard because like all this bonus money, all that kind of money and all that. I gotta really like just chill for like 2 whole days. Just get me 2 whole days. Have me some nice wholesome meals. And you know, all that kind of stuff, man. You know, vibe with Jody. Let Jody take care of me. You know all that, man. All that stuff, bro. But last night was steady. I'm just tired from like all these days I've been working, man. My body just like, yeah, no, it's time to shut it down. I'm gonna make it through the night. I was gonna pick up Saturday, and I want to pick up Saturday. I want to get that additional fatty, but I gotta chill, dog. So I'm gonna just chill out. But whenever I chill, when I get that paycheck, I be like, damn, man, I could have had 6 more hundred, 5 more hundred. You feel me? So it is what it is, dog. But last night started off crazy. First things first, man. I tell you no lie, I'm not joking. I walk into the room. I see a nurse doing an assessment on a patient that's ventilated. You feel me? Doing an assessment. I see her grab a nipple and squeeze it. Hey, hold on, baby. Hey. You want me to come back or something? Like, you seem like you doing something. Hey, I don't want to be no witness of what's going on. You want me to come back in there? Oh, no, I'm just doing a test. I'm just doing like an assessment like for painful stimuli or response to stimuli. Something that the nurse said. I seen the nip tip. I seen the nip get squeezed, dog. Hey, I don't know nothing about that. Hey, man, respiratory therapy, dog. That's all I do. I don't know nothing about all that. My assessment is all visual, man. Only touching I do is placing the stethoscope on the patient or getting the pulse ox, checking the SpO2 and the heart rate. That's all the touching I do. I don't do that. Hey, man, no means no, dog. So I did. That started off crazy. Then I had to get a sputum sample. Normally when I get a sputum sample, it's on a patient that's ventilated. And the ballard and the catheter, the suction catheter is in line. Everything is in line. It's a little bit more easier. This time I had to get the sputum sample on a patient that wasn't intubated. So they didn't have the ET tube in. So I ain't had a ballard to go in nice and easy. I had to do nasotracheal suction to get the sputum sample. So I had to go through the nasal passage, down through the trach, to the lungs, to pull up some mucus. That's the first time I had to do a sputum culture that way. Not the first time I did nasotracheal suction. Bro, if you've ever done nasotracheal suction or you finna do it, like, bro, just imagine what it is. Imagine, you can't even imagine this. It's a straw that you would drink with, but more flexible, going through somebody nasal passage, down their throat, into the trachea area, pulling up mucus. Hey, man, that's what I gotta go do to a patient, dog. I'm finna do this. I'm like, all right, let me get some lubricant jelly. What you need that for? Bro, I'm finna put this down on somebody's nose. I ain't finna put no raw, I ain't finna put no dry, rigid thing on somebody's nose. At least lubricate, at least get it moisturized, bro. I ain't been putting nothing down nobody's nose that's dry finna be just scraping and making blood come out. So I got the lubricant jelly that was on the end of the catheter suction piece. Went down there, got the mucus, man. The patient tolerated it pretty well. And whenever you performing like any kind of like, in my opinion, bro, anything that's like invasive, ABGs, nasotracheal suctioning, you want to have a gown on, especially doing nasotracheal suctioning. Because as soon as you put something down somebody's nose and touch the back of their throat, what they gonna do? They gonna cough, and it may bring something up. You don't know. Don't just go in there. Well, I'm just nah, hey, bro, be covered up, dog. Be covered up and have your goggles on, man. Hey, I'm just trying to give you the game. That's all I can do is just try to give you the game. That's it, man. So I had to do that. I got the sputum sample. Went on about my day. And we're having a lot of events. You got a lot of different like doctors and residents, mostly residents taking care of like the certain areas. You know, residents, they still in school. So instead of having like all 9 events, they had like 3, 3, and 3. Every resident want to do something different, man. I need an ABG over here, ABG over here, ABG over here. Hey, I'm letting you know, man. I'm human, dog. If you want an ABG on bed 1 and bed 2, tell me that while I'm by bed 1 and bed 2. Don't tell me that when I don't drew the blood gas on bed 1. I'm at the ABG machine. You calling me saying you need one on bed 2 also. I could have got that while I was over there. I ain't finna be going from here to there. Hey, man, hey, you gotta. But that comes with communication. You gotta be willing to talk to these people, man. Like, hey, while I'm over here getting this ABG, do you need any more blood gases from over here? Any more? Now you should. Oh yeah, since you're doing that, go get bed 2. All right, cool. We communicating. It's a doc, man. I ain't gonna say me and the doc be getting into it. We just be like, you know, we communicate. You feel me? We go back and forth with communication. One time I brought dog a blood gas. It had a critical value. Dog say, on what basis are you like showing me this ABG? Like, why are you bringing this to me? I wasn't expecting that. I'm used to getting a doc an ABG, critical value. This was going on. Okay, this is how we gonna solve it. Cool. We communicate. So when dog say, you're handing me this to tell me what? I was kind of taking him back. But I got, you know, remain professionalism. He want to talk about something. Let's talk about it. I'm giving you this ABG to show you there's a critical value here. What way do you want to go about addressing it? And what vent changes do you want to make? And dog replied, okay, you showing me this, but I don't have the ABG that was done prior to this to see what's changed and what's really going on. My rebuttal, all you got to do is look it up. Dog told me I'm looking up something else. Hey, you got to look up something else also. Then you got to put it down and look up something else now. So to make it easier, what I did was, before I go holler at him, I print out the blood gas that I just drew, and I print up the previous blood gas that somebody else drew, and I hand them both of those at one time. I went and talked to him today. I got a critical blood gas value. Here's the current one. Here's the past one. This was going on. This the changes. It was no problem. It was smooth sailing. But how we got to that point, we communicated. Like, I know starting off as a new grad, a new therapist, a new employee, you're going to be like a little hesitant and like nervous to talk to the doctors. But bro, you can't avoid talking to the doc, especially as a respiratory therapist. Like, y'all got to go hand in hand, especially in these units, COVID patients and ventilated patients with critical blood gas values. You got to be able to communicate with the doctors, man. So whatever it takes you to get out of that shyness, to break out of this shell, you got to do it, because you got to communicate with these doctors, man. And some of them going to be a little bit more lenient. Some of them going to be a little bit more like a-holes. But we all just trying to do our job, you feel me? So that's what come with it, man. What's the last thing that happened today, man? What else I got for y'all, man? I gotta get me some breakfast, dog. It's 7:30. I get off work at 6:53, man. We had a little meeting, so the meeting kind of held me up. But I go into a patient room that's on a ventilator. Ventilated on the ET, got an ET tube. I'm hearing like a snoring sound coming from the patient. Bro, if you got a tube down your throat, it should be no noises coming up from there, bro. No noises should be coming up. If the ET tube balloon cuff is inflated, it should be no noise. But if it's a little bit deflated, the air gonna go into the lungs. You know, it's like, I don't know, like physics, man. Something filling up the let's say you filling up how can I describe this? A cup. You fill up a cup with milk. First thing it's gonna do, let's say a Capri Sun. I don't know about Capri Sun, man. You fill up a Capri Sun. The top isn't open. Let's say you pouring something in there. The top it's not gonna overflow though. It's not gonna spill out. So you pour it in, it's gonna fill up until the bag get full, and that's where it's gonna stay at. But now if there's a leak at the top, once the water goes in, the pressure gonna come up, and the fluid is not gonna come to the top. So when the person is being ventilated, air is gonna go into the lungs, and if there's like an opening at the top, it's gonna go in, it's gonna fill up, and the pressure is gonna escape to where there's an opening at. And with that, when that happens, when the air is gonna blow past the trach, blow past the vocal cords, blow past the cuff, and it's gonna make like a whistling noise, like a howling noise, like kind of vibrating noise. Any noise coming from a patient that's on an ET tube, you gotta inflate the cuff. You inflate that cuff and you still hearing noises, you gotta re-intubate that patient. The tube is in the wrong place, it's not in. The patient ain't being ventilated properly. Because if the trach was inflated, no air can escape through the top. Now, the tidal volume that's going in is going in. It's gonna inflate the lungs. The lungs you're gonna exhalate, deflate, and then we're gonna do it all over again. Inflate, deflate, inflate, deflate. Now, if the cuff isn't sealed, it's gonna still inflate, but not properly. So it's not gonna be proper ventilation. Hey man, I had a long night. I hope I ain't lose y'all with that. RRT Posse, I appreciate the support. But right now, I'm finna go on and head home. Am I still wavy? What kind of question is that? Are you crazy? Am I still what? Come on, man. Y'all stop playing with me, man. The waviest respiratory therapist you ever did see, dog. Come on, man. You wanna know how to get waves? Drop the comments and I got you, dog.